Alright peeps, welcome back to Fireside episode 4, where we've got the water flowing down, filling up our river past this land bridge, all the way up to level 2, hopefully, for the very first time. But before we go too far into speed 3, I can see we've got not all the jobs on. Like, we definitely didn't need 6 water slurpers on the crack right now. We're going to do it in a 4 there. We'll chill out on the sides a little bit, make sure we get all of these water slurpers grafting, and hopefully, hi, copper builder. Now looking at our priorities here, we're going to have to get a hauler up and running, then these medium tanks here. So builder beaver, get yourself up here, start banging away from within the ladder. Oh, actually that reminds me, I realised that you can click these paths on the bottoms of the ladders here, delete them, and replace them with the wooden path there, which is something I'm very keen to do considering this is the main route here. Now that's a tidy little beaver ladder case, that now. And look at this settlement go. You got beavers picking up radishes, you got beavers harvesting the old bell peppers, and you've got a tidy bit of river filling going on. Let's knock a boot here, get a tidy view when we start overflowing this large bridge here. Oh, it's looking caddy. Let's change our angle slightly. I want to see if we start flooding on the left a bit faster than we're flooding on the right. And I reckon this is a canny little angle to do that. I do reckon the water level's a tad higher. You can see... Oh, damn it! Pause. I forgot you couldn't pause when you're in first person view there. But you see how the water level's all the way up to this little ring here. But if I slip to the other side, the water level isn't quite there yet. So it is, as I feared, the water level back here is slightly higher than the water level front here. However, we seem to be big chilling at that 1.65 we get at. Now let's bump it up to 1.70. Do a little bit of flood testing. We've still got our beaver builder, so we're going to be cracking away getting the hauling post up and running. Oh, we're basically done with that. Now let's hang a boot here. You can see the beaver banging away at the bottom of the ladder there, and we're finally in. We've got our big hauling post. And we've got to tear the hauler here. You know what that means? It means we can get this bad lad up and running, unpause this large lumber mill, get 2 beavers in there, and pause these lumber mills. And I think I might go ahead and pause this bloody gear workshop for now and all. We might not end up building it. And look at this, we got our forest, our planting our back row oaks here. Look at all these oaks. We got wood for days if we want it. Yeah, we got peeps. The logs being delivered to the big engine. Well, the small engine. And we got the big planker on the crack. Why aren't your planks spinning, bruh? Are you working? No workers? Beavers, where are yous? Get your horses in the bloody big planker and start big planking, please. Look at that, the big planker planking away with a small engine and the tidy little bad water fall covering it up. I love this little map, like. It's a canny one. But with our big hauler here, we've got no builders left. And we're not going to get any more builders without increasing our hoosing here. The only issue is the hoosing design that I have here. And oi, beaver, so you're going up those stairs, don't be dropping water off in there, chuck a Yui. Because I need to redesign all of this here. There's no bloody hoosing happening right here, right now. Well, apart from this bit of hoosing here, who doesn't love a good old-fashioned hoosing tower? And the thing I realised, I don't know if it's an Emberpelts thing, an update 7 thing. I've not seen it in any change logs or mod descriptions or anything. But these houses are all connected together, as you can see. We only actually need one connection onto the path, and we can build the wildest hoosing estate one could imagine here. And we have plenty of hooses to choose from as well to do it with. Now I do see a mild issue with our little farming expedition on the last episode. We haven't got the range hour here. I think we might have to swap around our little farming hooses. And I'm thinking if we didn't plant crops here, that'll be a spot on little place for it. But the thing we desperately need now are some builders, so... Oh, what? Suspended due to excessive supply. Oh, that's alright, because I was just about to say, why don't we pause the old hauler here, get them back building, and I'd say planking up some water storage for it. And I may actually go ahead, bite the bullet, delete this bad lad, delete this and this, oh, bloody hours up, dude. That was mildly impulsive, wasn't it? Ah, badtide! In 3 days' time, on day 3. Right then, I'm definitely going to have to get a handy dandy small industrial pilot for a bit of log storage. That's a maximum priority build, beavers. Well, beaver. And if we post 2 more inventors for now, that's 2 more builders we can crack along with. Or looking at our water storage here, maybe we make them slurpers. Especially considering we're just about to get this bad lad in. We'll definitely lower the priority of this. That way we can ensure we get this small industrial pile in, which no doubt we've got a beaver going to bang in any second. I think we're going to see the beaver builder come down the path here on the front and then start banging away. Oh, no, I was wrong. They were clearly banging me on the left while I was chatting. Hiya, mate. It looks like I had your little route a bit wrong, didn't it? Is that the last one in? Happy days. You can finally start picking up this wood here. Although not this wood in particular. I'd rather you pick up this wood here, considering that we want to build some hooses blocking its path. You know what? I'm going to pause me farming. We've got loads of bait, and we need the extra builders. Simply to pick up this wood here. It looks like 170 isn't flooding. Let's get up to 175. Do a bit of a speed 3. See if we start flooding or not. Now we're looking alright. So let's see how high we can get this floodgate without flooding. It looks like 190 is just about as high as we want to gamble these beavers like. Considering these Emberpelts definitely like wet fur, we're bloody risking it to say the very least. But we seem stable. And I'm bloody happy with that. Let's get the automation set up all the way up to 2 when a drought starts, and then all the way down to 1.9 when a drought ends. And we may as well do the same for a bad tide, because a bad tide's a bloody drought as far as Fireside's concerned. Well, let me quickly check the automations first. Yeah, that is set up. So yeah, Fireside sees bad tides as droughts. Now how we're doing supply here? Oh, 20 hours still. We're going to be planking like nobody's business. Oh, but we did have Kaya and Kina cork it. That means we're only doing the 2 builders here. And half of the dream team's gone. We've just got Kina and Kaya here. The lonely half of the dream team. Slurping up all of whatever they can before this bad tide. That's what I liked about the dream team. They were always on it. You know, why don't we have ourselves a 1.7 day speedy up it while we slurp up all of whatever we can. Hammer a bunch of logs into these medium tanks as well as pick up the rest of the piles up on the new hoosing estate there. Now as we got the sun setting, I want to turn the hood off. And increase the working hours to 24 so we get as much slurpage as possible out here. Especially considering we got the brand new medium tank and that I wasn't expecting it all to get in. Look at that, we're nearly all the way getting this in. I mean, I will reduce the priority of this because I do believe... Nope, I'm wrong, we haven't picked up all the logs yet. Come on, beavers, pick up all these logs, will you? You've got heaps of storage. I tell you what, this water level is something else when you're dealing with Emberpelts. Like, it's a scary situation. But it's one of them, you know, you want to get as much water saved up as possible. This could be a massive bad tide. You never know. Here we are. How long is it? A 10, dear. Oh, mild floodage. Mild floodage, that's right. We still have a little bit of water that comes through after the fact. Maybe we just real casually got to 195 for now. Let the water flow just a little bit and then back up to 2. I think I might have messed that up a little bit. But let's let the water settle and see where it settles at. Not too bad. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll also take these 2 unemployed beavers. Get back to farming. Oh, would you look at that? The beavers have finally picked up all of this. Maximum priority hoosing tower beavers. Because no one's got a hoose now. Now, I will use a handy dandy power shaft here just to get all these blocks off the path. Off the new building space. And now we've got a fresh, wide open construction area. What are we going to do with this hoosing estate here? Well, we're going to remember that we need bricks. Back out of industry. Where's the kiln? Doesn't need power, which is grand. I'm thinking we chuck it right here next to the bad waterfall. Yeah, beavers, high priority job that. Not before you whack these hooses in though. Get the hooses in first. We need these to keep somewhere. And I'm thinking we may have to sacrifice a couple of builders for a couple of inventors because I haven't actually unlocked any of these hooses yet and we're about to spend a hell of a lot of science and I don't have that much to spend. Now I want to get this large lodge in here because it fits very nicely for a tiny bit of connecting path on the front. 250 science points. Well spent. And we're immediately needing bricks here. And I'm thinking behind this large lodge, we could get a triple lodge, because that's got the door on the top there. And if we... Ooh, look at that! Mad little access. We could have some dick action on top of the large lodge. Why, I will do that when I've got 250 science points. Until then, let's check out these vertical lodges. That's a 2 high number. Double vertical lodge. I take it that's a 4 high number. With 2 bits of access there. That's right, the tenement lodge has got 2 bits access now, hasn't it? Aye! Ooh, we could do a tenement there. Oh, we need to reduce the working hours. Beavers, clock off after 16 hours. Just clock off now, it's alright. Calm down. Get yourselves to kit, beavers. You're bloody exhausted. Well, I think, unfortunately, that's all we're going to be doing for now. I noticed we're full on storage of the clay variety, so get paused, Mr. Clay Pit. And we probably have about the right amount of water there, especially considering we're going to be booming our population. Oh, the kiln's got 2 recipes. That's right. I'm going to have to build 2 of these. Now, how do I go about building 2 of these here? Let's have a think. If I need to build 2, it might change the design of where we plop them. Nah, I'll stick with that. I like that. We've got some staggered kilns. The first one making bricks, the next one making charcoal. The charcoal one can wait for now. We're not that keen on it just yet. We need the bricks first. Need power. Ah, we need the haulers back in action. Unpause the hauler. Always permanent. 1 hauler. Otherwise we got 2 beavers sitting on their arse staying out. And what's our builder situation? 4? Alright then, let us unpause these 2. Crack along with 2 builders. Oh, now we have an issue where we can't reach this lodge because it's too far from district. Once this lodge lodges in, a beaver hopefully will be able to walk out of that door, stand on top of this lodge here, and bang away on that lodge, but that'll still leave us an unbuilt lodge at the top here. And since I've got 251 science points, we may as well unlock that triple lodge I was banging on about. Slap that bad lad read in there. And that doesn't actually solve building this here, but you know, that's another 9 beavers hoosed. Now let's see here, can I path this up here? Oh, I can! The activities that are going to happen here. Oh, Reed, I'm keen as a bean. Keen as a bloody bean. Just like I'm keen to start grilling some bloody corn. Yeah, one, get your arse in there, start grilling these corns. Assuming they're being picked up yet. Not yet. You're not prioritising radishes anymore, you're prioritising corns, pal. Finian, get yourself out of the corns and rip them up. And to be fair, there's no point having berry storage, is there? We didn't have any bloody berries our way at the store. So let's get it being corn storage. Because we've only got 30 corn storage in the grill, but 120 grilled corn storage. Oh, do I see it? Is it happening? I want to get a proper force person angle of this, like, you better not clock off. It is! It's happening! We're getting the corn in, and you're gonna see the smoke plume! But will we get grilled corn before he clocks off? That would be a no, like, old mate immediately clocked off there. Yeah, now 61% that we're getting to some grilled corn. And I haven't even bloody thought! Look at our beautiful bad water repulsion system. And that's how you know it's a good one, when you haven't even thought about it. A proper minimal system this like. I reckon we could get away with deleting this levy, but then it would spill bad water back out. And why risk it for the beavers, you know? We didn't want any more contaminated beavers. We've had 1, and that's 1 too many. Alright, build up beavers. We've got a handful of logs and a couple of planks. Here's a real quick flavour and get that in. It's a crucial part of our hoosing estate building venture, this. Oh, and the apple trees are fully grown. We're going to be getting apple trees in soon. And it's in. We need a beaver grafting in there, so of course, maximum priority. Leaving us where we started the episode with 1 builder beaver. And look at this, we've got a beaver picking up clay from the owl paused clay pit. Getting it cooked up into big bricks. And I'm going to hang about here, wait for the builder beaver. Oh, look at this builder beaver. Oh, is it happening? They're going to bring out a brick. Let's go and build our beaver. I'll follow you up to the workplace. Speed 2, I'll race you to the build site. I can jump, but you've got speed 2 on your side. Who's going to get there first? Oh, this is where he's catching us up. This is where he's catching us up. Oh, here he is. Build our beaver coming up the stairs. And he banged it in from below, of course. That is the MiGly plays way. I had this whole big epic thing where I was going to follow old mate here. And it looks like we're just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way, done it? Just a real casual follow job. Leave them highlighted, and then towards the end, we can come in, turn the hood off, and watch them just plop it and not bang away. Now let's have a look here. We're very quickly running out of clay, but we've got heaps of bricks stored up, like. Let's get the clay pit operational once again. After this bit of clay is made, I'm going to pause the kiln. That's it, paused. And then we're going to come over here. Get into force person mode, get a tidy little vantage point from on top of the corn warehouse, and watch the first large here in Fireside get smashed in. And there it is. That's another 9 beavers hoosed. And as well, we can build this little bit of lodge here. Is that leaving us with 1 bed, legit? We can have 1 more beaver now, yay! We can have 1 more beaver. And as much as I was mildly sarcastic there, we do need some more beavers, and 1 builder beaver extra could be the difference between 0 and 1. I think we can reduce our plank production down, like, just pause it. Yeah, just pause it. We've got 32 planks sitting. We're full on storage. That'll give us 2 builder beavers. Whoa! I said that'll give us 2 builder beavers. I thought I'd reduce this down to 1 workplace, but it must have been that there was only 1 beaver at that priority level. Well, we should have 2 builder beavers new anyway. And we'll have a new hoose up in no time for 3 more beavers. And then another new hoose up in slightly more time for a further 9 beavers. Oh, and look, did I see that right? The beaver builder will come out that little doorway, which is what I said they were going to do. But I love the fact that these hooses are connected. Once again, I have no idea if this is update 7, if this is Emberpelts, if this is one of the many mods I have installed. But look at this, the beaver guns in the bottom comes out the top here and starts banging away above. I'm just thinking of all the mad hoosing estates we can build. Whenever all the mods are up to date for Lemon Canyoneers, oh, the space we've got on that map. The hoosing estates are gonna be neck level, like. How close are we to getting some apples on here? Oh, not far at all. Right, we need to get these up and running then. And by these, I of course mean this one in particular. And then this lot whenever you get run to it, you know, beavers, just whenever you get run to it. And looking at old mate's range here, and the range of this little berry hoose, I'm tempted to make this a nice little schnozberry farm. Just without planting all of these contaminated bits for now. I don't see the point in you wasting your time planting contaminated schnozberries, you know. For now, just plant non-contaminated schnozberries. And that forester coming round and planting these 3 reminded us, which are probably up the priority of these stairs and I'll get them in. Alright, now quick sit rep, food. Would you raffin? We even have 98 grilled corns. Beautiful. We've got 850 water for 5.2 days. That's not a matter whatsoever. We've only got a couple of... Oh, look at this beaver hanging out here. Razzie, you bloody legend. Let us come hang out with you on top of the roof. It's gonna get even better up here, Razzie. I hope you live long enough to see this whole hoosing estate fully realised, pal. And is this the beaver that dropped it off and clocked off? Ye are a legend, pal. The old drop off and clock off manoeuvre. And it looks like that was the last bit of log action. Looks like I'm going back into first person view and hanging about until morning. Morning, beavers! Get yourselves out of bed, up and banging away on some more hoosing here. Get it on. And that's 3 more babbies we can have. And everybody dives in the top floor apartment. The babbies are going to have to be bottom floor legends. Yeah, we have 3 days in. Oh, what a level. It's bloody nice. We have more than this river's ever seen thanks to this little land bridge. Fireside is coming along quickly, like, innit? I mean, look, we have only conquered this tiny little section. We are still a wild wasteland over here. But, you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. And we got to gather our flag up, ready for when the apples come in. I've got them prioritised for apples, but paused, considering, you know, we need some beavers knocking about to do all of these jobs. Oh, damn! I thought I'd have a look at the resources required for these tanks and warehouses and everything. And the large tank doesn't take gears or metal, it takes bricks. We do have a super duper underground tank that takes bloody metal, like, I'm keen to get that in at some point. But 600 science points for 1200 water storage, and it looks lush. Look at the bloody detail on that. That's lush. But I'm wondering, since we've got the kiln operational, would it be worth getting some of these large boys up and running? Or do we just medium it up for a little while? I think we'll medium it up for a little while because I want to get some proper food storage on the crack. I think this large warehouse is going to have to do the trick. And once the beavers rip up these oaks, yeah, I can pop me large warehouse down. And I'd say that can store grilled corn, since we didn't have any grilled corn storage. Tidy little high priority. Drop it! Oh my god, they got it in! It's in! Is this your new home, little beaver? Nah, you've got the little home. Look at this, the big triple large with all that space. Big 7 beavers. Well, 10 beavers in total there, but just 7 beavers in this big triple lodge alone. Now, we need to be careful. Every single time I played Timberborn on a map that isn't 32 by 32, I have expanded the population far too much and caused mass dehydration and starvation. So let's try and avoid that this time, eh, beavers? We'll try and keep you all happy and alive and enjoying this lovely little fireside view. Look at what I just spied. Coming through the district centre, it's a Bobby Emberpelt with its big burgundy tail. Look at him, look at the little Bobby, little chonga. He's just so cute. Are you going to get your first taste of the fire action, are you? This is what makes you an Emberpelt and not a bloody iron teeth, pal. Let's get in our cosy little corner here and we'll watch this lovely Bobby little Emberpelt chat away with the other little Bobby Emberpelt around the fire. Oh, it's so good, I love it. Oh, the builder's planking away there. Come on, builder, where are you off? Oh, I pressed the wrong button. We'll never find out. Well, that's officially all the hoosing we have getting built at the moment. We've got no science for any more hooses. Till I realised the fact I was thinking about the tenement lodge. But I could grab a double vertical lodge or a vertical lodge. Oh, vertical lodge there. Extend the path over. Do we go vertical lodge for a little bit of furlong on the path? Or do we go double vertical lodge to create a nice little tidy piece? I got that decision. It's bloody no good. I suppose at least for now else, we didn't need to boom the population. We didn't actually need those extra hooses for now. What we do need is these grafters back planking away. And it's in power saving mode because there's no bloody beavers in there. Look, it's going to last for yonks. It's only supplying 8 horsepower. But once these 2 blue dots come down here with their wood, they'll be straight up to 75 horsepower here. I'm loving my little industrial estate, like. You know, since we're not unlocking any houses right now, let's jump back into industry and see about unlocking all 500 Skyans. I'm down for it. We need gears for the gear workshop. You need gears for the gears. Well, looks like we're just going to have to get a regular old pleb gear workshop up and running. Done it. Less than ideal, but beavers just get amongst it. High priority job though. I'm reluctantly building this. I'm hoping there's like a secret bloody treasure chest that spawns somewhere. Or maybe in a secret cave somewhere and it just has like 10 gears in it so I can build my large workshop. Oh, we got no bloody builder beavers though with all of that unpaused. To be fair, we didn't need the clay pit or the kiln up and running because we're not building anything that needs those resources. So 2 builder beavers it is. And builder beavers, get the old storage in next. Why aye, get the storage in. Oh, is that an apple on the apple tree? Apple on the apple tree. Alright, we're going down to 1 beaver builder while we get quick made on here. Tomorrow, of course. Oh, look at that was built. Well, that didn't take much building, did it? Hopefully you get this one up just as quickly. Actually, beavers, I would like you to pick up this rubble as well rather quickly. You know what? Let's see just how quickly this large warehouse gets built. With a tiny little angle through the forest where you can see the beavers chilling out on top of the large lodge. Well, they couldn't get it in before the bad tide ended. And I'm going to have to come with the speedy up bit because we probably didn't have any builders. Of course not. Oh, we got new happiness score though. Alright, let's pause these 2 for now. Just for now, ideally, so we can get all 6 slurpers on the crack, because I want to get all the water cranking. And if we want all 6 of those, we're probably going to have to pause at least some of these bloody inventors. Hang on, where's all my jobs going? I'm going to pause all the inventors, and I still didn't have all of these slurpers up and running. Who else is grafting though? Everyone's paused. I suppose we didn't need the hauler, but the hauler makes slurping up the water a lot more efficient, so we like them. Oh, floodage! Oh, and mild bad water contamination. Mild though, just mild. Will the floodage propagate? Will we be alright? Because look, we're flowing now. We're not flooding the bridge. We are flooding the bridge. Yeah, we're getting bad. Alright, let's go down. 0.85. Will that sort the flooding? Yeah, now 0.85 sorts the flooding. That's when you out of tide point. And we'll wait until the next tide to see if it floods again. But hopefully the beavers with the wet fur just went down the campfire and dried themselves off. And I suppose if not else, we are slurping up all the water. And we've got 6 kits. As soon as they grow up, they can be lovely builder beavers. You know what? I'm half tempted to pause these 2. Get 2 builder beavers, or 1 builder beaver at least. Banging away on here. Well done, pal. You must have been the forester. Because we've got heaps of bloody resources not going to put on the ground here, even if it is all logs. I tell you, we should be able to get some mad quick access to beavers just gone left and right here, like between these storages. The second most efficient builders that Fireside has ever seen. The most efficient being Keener Akaya, of course. Looks like we're going to have to turn on my large lumber mill because we've put our logs in here and still need some planks. And did I honestly get completely distracted and not watch old mate pick a single apple? What did I even get distracted by? Oh, that's right. This got built bloody every time. There's at least 3 in every episode. And you can stop sitting on your arse and all day and now. Can't be a bloody builder. 4 builders. Alright then. Get our wood production back on the crack. Oh, we had beavers grow up overnight. That's what happened. Our new hoosing is finally starting to pay off. And we still have 9 free beds. Ooh, are you lucky here? We have a nice tidy bit of green ground where we can plant ourselves a bloody tomato. That's thanks to our big high water level in the river here. But not too high that we get wet fur. We didn't want that. And we've got that locked in too many beaver memories at the moment. Let's quickly check our well-being, how we're doing. We do need to step up the fire situation for our fire beavers here. And we've got to start juicing and all. Beavers are missing out on all the juice. And then we haven't really delved into anything else yet. But I reckon we're doing alright. 12 well-being for now. When as I was saying, we haven't really delved into much to keep the beavers happy yet. Now, on the campfire front, I do want to sort the beavers out with that. Let's get a campfire right on the edge here. That's a maximum priority jobby for the beavers. And you know what? Just to ensure that the beavers have always got some campfire action, we're going to put another one here. There's going to be 3 campfires knocking about in Fireside. Well, there's going to be a lot more, but for now, 3. No way! Emberpelts have got contemplation spots and bug scratchers, and they're affordable. Right, science points, let's get spent. A back, a scratcher, and a contemplation spot. Already done those in the state. Get those built. Ah, the maximum priority builds here, beavers. It's all important. You know what? Let's have ourselves a tiny little speedy up bit while we get all of this built here. This is an awesome little angle. I'm on top of the lodge, the one that has the up access. But you can see beavers milling around, hopefully soon having somewhere to contemplate and get their back scratched. You can see the river flowing too high under the little land bridge. I'm on the top of those two floodgates. And you can see the medium tanks filling up. It's a wondrous spot to just hang out here, like. And look at this. We got a warning during that, but I had to keep it up. Oh, 3 babbies! One of them contemplating and the other 2 just enjoying a canny little back scratch. The one in the middle's got to be contemplating how good the back scratching feels like. Anyway, let's hop off away from here. Unpause our big grill, because we also got in our large tank, aka large warehouse here for our grilled corn. And we've just about picked up all these logs here and all. Looks like we're going to have to get doing some more building, doesn't it? Oh, speaking of more building, look at the amount of building that's getting banged in here. Yes, I was hoping that would happen. We got that in. Let's get some trees on here. Prioritise oaks, because they take 3,000 years to grow. And then do we pause old mate for now, just to keep the jobs big chilling? Or do we even need to? We've had beavers born and grow up like nobody's business. And the beavers even got this campfire in. Look at them all hanging out. I love watching the beavers hang out. And then they go doing the ladders, which is something we can't do. We're not... Whoa, watch out, pal. Yeah, we're not smart enough for ladders. We don't know how those work. We just have to sort of YOLO until we land and get our back scratched. Oh, yeah, feels so good. Whew, alright. Now that we've had our back scratched, we can go about unpausing some inventors, because we desperately need the science points. Well then, now that we've got this one large warehouse in, I think it's about time we get a second large warehouse in. And do we get a large industrial pile on the edge here? The only problem with doing a large industrial pile here is it requires 250 science points, which I have, of course. You know, I've always got plenty of science points. But if you remember the last episode, we need 250 science points up here to scavenge the bloody metal that's knocking about at the tippity top of the map. So yeah, now beavers, get those in with an absolute quickness. Just cause, mainly. Just cause we need all of this metal to do some mad shenanigans in a minute. Oh, you had to, didn't you? 5 logs on the roof. 5 logs on the roof. Since when did logs start getting on the roof? Well, I suppose it's better than the rubble just completely disappear and never to be recovered, you know? We'll get round to recovering this. Eventually. Oh, full water storage. That means we get to pause a couple of sloppers and get 3 builder beavers on the crack. I also decided I don't like the gear workshop here. Handy dandy small warehouses to the rescue. Oh, you're taking the pesh. Because whenever I get the smelter up and running, we won't have access to it. Unless, of course, we shift the gear workshop back one. And that'll allow a path to connection run there for a tidy little smelter. Oh, and we got a bad tide. I completely forgot about that. I guess it's just one of them, innit? It's part of the game. You know you're gonna get a drought or bad tide at some point. And as soon as you get to this point, it's all the same. It doesn't matter. No, it very much does matter. I love a good bad tide runner at this point, because you can keep all your water here. You're not gonna pish bad water everywhere, but you get plenty of very useful bad water to play with. Which is why this is our industrial estate. And I'll leave it at that for now. And now that we're in the big 12-day bad tide with a 1.5k water, we can go ahead, unpause the gatherer flag, get into first person view here, and not get distracted by anything. We need to hang about until a beaver starts picking these bloody apples. There they are! The beaver's picking the apples. Look at him picking the apples. You can see the apple doing there. He's picking it. And it's gone. An appleless tree. Now we'll get a proper in the woods angle here. You can see him pick the apples straight off those 2 trees there. Now there was a reason I was wanting apples, wasn't there? Was it something to do with the grill? You could have some mad recipe selected. Don't think it was the grill. The bakery, that was it. Apples, corn, peppers, and a little bit of charcoal. That's why we needed the extra kiln. Now I'm wondering where I could pop the bakery. I mean, it's a tad difficult because of all of the recipes. It's bloody huge, takes up all the screen. But I want to pop it here. No schnozberries there, beavers. No schnozberries. Build up beavers, rip them up, so I can plop a bakery. Of course I didn't have enough science points. Why do I never check these things? With different ED operating your full-on storage again, even though you're going to immediately empty storage whenever we get to building this. But regardless, I'm going to go ahead, unpause the inventors. We still have our builders because we got loads of beavers knocking about thanks to our fancy little hoosing estate here. I guess we're unpausing the large lumber mill once again. It always happens like that, doesn't it? Or at least on the MiGly Plays channel, it always happens like that. Look at all of these grilled corns we've got storing up. It's bloody lovely. Before we get too far along, I know we got the juice. I want to start making some juice. Here's the press. It does take power. I thought it would take power. I think we're going to have a juicing station, to be honest with you, peeps. It seems like the only way. Dedicated juicing station with gears and all the way up 120 science points. We're going to be affording that right now anyway. That's definitely another episode jobby. Oh, blooming heck! We've got the scrappers in. We even have some scrap metal. Oh, yeah. It's all happening a bit quick. Yeah, I know. I'll tell you what, coming off a 32 by 32 map, I just feel as free as can be. We can have heaps of population. We can expand to grow. Look at all of these unchopped oaks here, and it just doesn't matter. We've got plenty of wood. It's all G. That's the kind of action that I just bloody didn't have in KV. And look at that, we still have flower builders knocking about. Perfection. But now that we're up to 160 science points, we can unlock our bakery. Get that plopped in. And I never actually looked what they were making. Stuffed peppers is what they're making. Well, that's going to be a high priority number. But not before you build this kiln that actually makes the bloody charcoal, you know? And certainly not before you build the actual storage for your stuffed peppers. Why don't we have ourselves a tidy little speedy up bit while we get the old second kiln in up and running? Making some charcoal. We get the bakery in so they can burn some of that charcoal and stuff those peppers. And I reckon that's enough speedy up shenanigans like. We've got 2.9 days left of this bad tide. We're making our stuffed pepperoonies here. We're even storing one of them here. Now we unfortunately have no power here, even though I had here a graft in the way there for days and absolutely nout. Let's leave the building on pause though with just a minimum priority workplace. Hang on. 4 beavers without a day. 4 beavers without a day. Well. Looks like we can handle a couple of more haulers now, doesn't it? Minimum priority workplace. And then we keep the planks in there essentially. So once this bad lad's up and running, which is only a handful of planks and scrap metal away, we can get some cogs on the crack. The only issue being is this small engine isn't really up to the task anymore. 250 horsepower for 495 horsepower. Therefore, I think we're going to have to pop a little platform down here. Just for reasons, you know, just for reasons. Not in particular, just a reason or two. So I love this bad water repulsion system, like. It's not my absolute favourite. I think the one in Leviathil's my absolute favourite. But this bad lad, it is simply excellent. Just like these two little campfires here. That must mean up to 14. And we still didn't have all the beavers on their fire. Bloody do we need more fire pits. I guess that's what happens when you increase the population. You need to increase the fire pits. It's a never-ending spiral. And would you have a look at this? We're out of logs. Looks like we're going to have to unpause that second lumberjack flag. I love how many ingredients this bakery requires, like. It needs the capsicums, the charcoal, the corn, the tomatoes, and then you get the stuffed peppers at the end of it. But the thing I love most about it is the fact that we have all the resources in there, ready to go. And since we've got no logs knocking about, I think it might be worthwhile deleting this small industrial pile and replacing it with a large industrial pile, a proper upper height number. And I am keen as a bean for this upper height action here, like. Especially considering that we can't plant trees in these two little blocks here, which means we can pop a tidy little wooden path without railings on there. Delete this wooden path without railings and replace it with a stair. And now we have access up to our next level here. And I mean access up to the next level here. Once we have 150 science points to spend on double platforms, of course. But yeah, now beavers, that's your priorities. Get it done. Now we are going to have to be careful regarding our apple trees here, because they do dry out when we get the droughts, particularly when this one block here dries out. Just something we need to be aware of mainly, that's all. Oh, am I saying this right? There's a singular pine in the corner here. Have I told it to be planted or what? Oh, I must have, because look, we've got pines planted over here. I kind of love that one pine there, I'm not going to lie. It is marked to be cut. And look, to pay homage to the one pine that got to grow here, it's going to be oaked up. It's not going to be part of the tomato field, it's going to be the singular oak there. I just didn't see much point in regrowing pines. And as cycle 7 comes to a close, So does episode 4 of Fireside. Now we got a canny bit done this episode, didn't we? We've stepped up our industrial section. We've actually got some proper beet storage on the can. We got the bakery up and running, stuffing some capsicums. And of course, not forgetting the beginnings of our big epic hoosing estate that these Emberpelts are gonna bloody love. The very hoosing estate that has quickly became my favourite little shot of this map. I couldn't think of a better place to end the episode, man, than right here watching the beavers contemplate and get their back scratched. And I tune back on Monday where the Emberpelts are going to continue to expand their industry and beyond. Toodaloo. And yeah, now look, I didn't notice until it was actually built, and we're in the middle of a speedy up bit now, so you know, magic happens, but 300 sides points down the drain. Get that built please, beavers. And as for yees, shh, don't tell anyone.